The year is 2023. The subreddits are making endless rants over SMG4 and so is YouTube, which are all about the severe amount of problems there are with the SMG4 show, ranging from plot holes to bad story writing in general. But how did SMG4 get this way? Why is it now that SMG4 is being criticized but not back then, in let's say 2016? Has SMG4 just declined in quality? And how has SMG4 gotten this way? Well, if we take a trip back in time, we can take a deep look at the undeserved downfall of SMG4. Let's go back to the year 2017, where the criticism for SMG4 was extremely minimal. SMG4 was uploading videos as normal, and the fanbase seemed pretty fine about it. Rants and criticisms on the show were abundant, which meant there were no problems with the show at the time. Well, at least the SMG4 fanbase saw nothing wrong with the show back then. You see, there's nothing you could really criticize about the show back then. It was just a fun, wacky Mario show, because from no plot comes no problems. All the fans wanted to see was entertainment. No plot, no character development. But that's how SMG4 was a while, silly Mario bloopers. But it couldn't keep going like that forever, said SMG4, as 2017 came to an end, because after 5 years of Mario bloopers, SMG4 had to try something different, a choice that changed SMG4 forever. The year is now 2018, which introduced one of the most special concepts to SMG4 to this day, arcs, which is basically the SMG4 term for story. Starting with the Waluigi arc, SMG4 introduced plot and character development. Later in 2018, the Rapper Bob arc was released, which is a little more serious than the Waluigi arc. Obviously, we can see that SMG4 is slowly trying to add story and plot into SMG4.
And really try to evoke new emotions from you guys, because
but in the subreddit, a quiet controversy started to take place. I think we all got tired of SMG4 arcs, have we? The very first piece of controversy in SMG4. Because SMG4 has introduced story arcs into the show, the fanbase isn't so happy, but that's just their opinion. SMG4 has been making funny Mario bloopers for 5 years already, and different people have different opinions on different things. So what SMG4 was doing back in 2018 is perfectly fine, but in 2019, SMG4 uploaded an arc which completely shook the fanbase. On March 17th, 2019, SMG4 created what is probably to this day the most controversial arc in SMG4, the anime arc, about how the character Megario goes through some intense character development. Although it was received well, others don't think the same. You see, the anime arc is a more serious arc than the last two arcs, which meant there was more points to criticize. In the Waluigi arc, the entire story is based off the Waluigi no Smash meme. And there wasn't a lot of character development or plots to criticize, but for the anime arc, there was tons of character development and plot points which weren't at its best. But at the end of the day, that's okay. People make mistakes and learn from them, which is why constructive criticism exists. But once a show creator starts to take less care about a show, that's when things start to get out of hand. And with SMG4, that's exactly what happened. While all this was happening, there was something unfolding behind the scenes, something big, because it was only a little bit after the anime arc when SMG4 introduced his first ever indie animation show, Megario. A series created by SMG4's overarching company, Glitch Productions, and as time went by, SMG4 started to make so much more of these indie animations. And over time, SMG4 started to put so much of his dedication into the Glitch channel. He started to prioritize it over the SMG4 channel, but little did they know that started being a huge problem for SMG4 channel and the fanbase. Let's go back to the year 2021, when one of the most crucial Glitch production shows was released, Murder Drones, a series about cute little robots that murder each other for some reason. And unlike Megario and Sons of Paradise, Murder Drones exploded in popularity, amassing over 28 million views for just the pilot itself. And by watching the opening scene, we can see that SMG4 put way more hard work and dedication to Murder Drones than Megario and Sons of Paradise. Things were looking amazing for the Glitch channel, an extremely successful series with a growing fanbase. But back on the SMG4 channel, things weren't looking as great. You see, as Glitch Productions grew at an exponential rate, SMG4 started to put less work and care to the SMG4 channel itself. And so happens to be that SMG4 is in the middle of making an arc while releasing Murder Drones, which really made it tricky for SMG4 to make both of them as good as he wanted. And I think it's pretty obvious for which SMG4 decided to prioritize. In result, SMG4 started to put less work and less care for the SMG4 show over time, which was a huge limitation for the show to get any better, in fact, worse. As time went on, the number of problems with the SMG4 show started to get higher and higher, as the criticisms for the show started to get more severe, pointing out the massive problems with the SMG4 show, including plot holes and bad character development. And then, The Amazing Jill Circus came out, with over 75 million views in just 3 weeks. And then the SMG4 show, with extremely little dedication for SMG4, with endless plot problems. It's almost like the SMG4 channel is just made to fund the glitch channel. Like, just look at this.
Celebrate this extra special What Fee, we have this official What Fee 2023 poster signed by myself and James.
Hey, that's pretty good!
While yes, Glitch Productions is on its path to success, the SMG4 channel is going in quite an opposite direction, and the fanbase isn't really happy about that. This leads us back to the year we're in now, 2023. While the SMG4 channel is being buried in criticism, the Glitch channel is doing amazing, especially with their outstanding Glitch X in place. And it really looks like SMG4 and Kevin really only care about advancing indie animation, which, don't get me wrong, what they're doing with indie animation is absolutely amazing. And if I'm gonna be honest, it looks like SMG4 is actually trying to keep the SMG4 channel standing, as it looks like he's actually putting some effort into it in most of the episodes. But like I said, SMG4 just seems to be a channel to make money for Glitch, and he isn't really putting all the work in the SMG4 channel like he used to. While many of the fans are trying to provide good criticism for the show with Glitch X, I don't think SMG4 is turning away from the indie animation direction anytime soon. But I don't blame SMG4. He's just grown out of Mario bloopers and wants to entertain more than just a few Mario thoughts. Something that means way more to him. Which leads me to my ultimate conclusion. If SMG4 doesn't have the time to work on the SMG4 channel, why doesn't he just hire someone else to run the channel? I mean, he already has an audition page for a writer, but Kevin still makes the final decisions on the writing. And I think the reason why SMG4 doesn't want to stop running the SMG4 channel is because of the fan base. If SMG4 leaves the SMG4 channel, the fan base will be heavily disappointed. They don't want the man himself to abandon what he created. But at the end of the day, the fans just have to accept that. If it will help improve the SMG4 channel, it'll be worth it. Let's just hope sometime in the near future, SMG4 finds an efficient way to solve the current problem and save SMG4. But until then, only time will tell what will happen. So with that all said and done, I hope you all learned something new today. I'm Megario, I'll see you later.